While Congress engulfs itself in fantasy impeachment world, while the Squad, Hollywood, Silicon Valley, and the media push racial guilt, totalitarianism, and division deeper into our culture, while the U.S. border remains open to enemy infiltration and our bureaucracies protecting that border are demonized.
Close the camps now! Close the camps now!
The U.S. Customs and Border Protection has apprehended several members of known Islamist terrorist organizations crossing the southern border in recent years. The Texas Department of Public Safety has reported that border security agencies have arrested several Somali immigrants crossing the southern border who are known members of Al-Shabaab, the terrorist group that launched a deadly attack on the Westgate shopping mall in Nairobi, Kenya.
While Chinese opioids pour into our country, and while active duty military suicides reach record highs, and the U.S. military focuses on politically correct diversity, the Communist Chinese subtly announced that wiping democracies off the face of the earth is now a reality. During their 70th anniversary celebration of communist rule, President Xi spoke of how Chinese Communist Party leader Mao Zedong had stood in the same spot 70 years ago and declared the founding of the People's Republic of China, paving the way for the country to embark on the path of the great rejuvenation of China. Xi said, "No power can shake the status of our great motherland. No force can stop the progress of the Chinese people and the nation." As a parade displayed the Dongfeng 41, a 7,672 mile per hour intercontinental ballistic missile that is said to have the furthest range of any nuclear missile and could reach the U.S. in 30 minutes.
Tell us about this missile, why it's such a national security nightmare for our country.
Well, it's the idea that they had 20 of these missiles, a very old-fashioned, obsolete kind, for most of the last few decades. Now, suddenly, they've got 90. They're able to reach any target in America in 30 minutes or less. Each one can carry 10 H-bombs. That big round sort of nose cone you saw, the shape of that nose cone is that the 10 H-bombs can fit inside, and each one be separately targeted against an American city, or a small town, or an Air Force base.
A hypersonic weapons arms race is now in full swing as U.S. company Lockheed Martin is developing a tactical boost glide weapon for DARPA and a hypersonic conventional strike weapon for the Air Force. Raytheon and Northrop Grumman are teaming up to build engines for hypersonic weapons. Raytheon is also working on defense capabilities against hypersonic weapons, while Russia is developing a hypersonic glide vehicle. But back here in Cuckoo Land, fools like Adam Schiff and Nancy Pelosi weaken our defenses and set the U.S. on a course to submission to the communist infiltration of every aspect of our country.
How do you envision working with this president on these key democratic agenda items, lowering prescription drug costs, ensuring tougher gun safety measures, as you're actively considering whether to remove him from office?
John Bowne reporting.